We had an Audio Technica M50, but my roommate sat on it and broke it, so...
Hey, it's good to have you back on the channel. While we wait to find out what's next, we're doing what we can here to get more content out and keep morale high. I've been rearranging things here in the shop since yesterday when my MacBook Pro's battery started expanding a little bit, or at least I noticed it, and so that needs to go in for repair, and I've swapped out a computer workstation, and we've been spending a little bit of time with this A10 UC9020 streaming switcher that we just got in to check out, and also swapping out the old crusty Mackie 1402 for Electrosonic 1624 digital mixer that I picked up on eBay. So there's going to be videos coming on all this stuff and some of it together in the next little bit, so stick around. We also started a DcSoundOp Discord server, and I've been on there chatting nonstop for the past few days. It's been a learning curve for everyone, but we've been having a great ongoing hang with a few dozen people joining from the industry so far, including some manufacturers who are answering questions directly, and that's really cool. It's been great fun, and I hope you'll join us. You can find the link to the Discord server on the homepage at DcSoundOp.com. Another way you can get involved is to submit a What's in Your Kit video if you've got some downtime and feel like unpacking your kit. You might be in a future episode. It's easy and you don't have to edit anything, you just send the footage in. You can visit DcSoundOp.com/submit your kit for all the details you'll need. If we do use your video in an upcoming episode, I'll send you a $20 Amazon gift card to help restock your expendables as a thank you for helping the channel out. And in this video, I'd like to thank Johannes Ofori for doing just that and welcome him to the channel all the way from Ghana. Johannes works for Jobo Lights and Sets in Ghana primarily as a lighting designer, although much of his work involves video walls and LED walls. Not our usual live sound fare, but for anyone curious about lighting and video work and what gear comes in handy in the field, you might find something helpful here to point you in the right direction. Thanks again, and please welcome to the channel, Mr. Johannes Ofori.
Thank you, Steve, for having me on your channel. My name is Johannes Ofori. I'm a lighting designer here in Ghana, and here's what's in my box. It's not yet a Pelican, but we'll get there. So aside what I keep in my box, I also walk around with a Leatherman. This is the Surge, and also have a disto. This is from Leica. It's a laser tape. Some things could not fit in the box, like our light meter and our cable tester. So I'll quickly take you through what is in the box. We have the silica gel. This is an extension cable for USB. Sometimes when you have a presentation and the clicker is not seeing its receiver, pop up a stand, puts the receiver up, and you're good to go. RJ45s. This is a network switch, 100 MB. This is another 100 MB network switch. This is a 1 gig, because I realized when we were doing NDI with video, the 100 wasn't cutting it. This is a USB lamp, mini lamp. It has a nice light at the tip. USB 2.0 hub, 4 ports. This is an HDMI splitter, 1 in, 4 out. This is funny. So I was looking for an HDMI capture card, and when I went to town, they didn't really understand what I was saying when I was shopping. So this is what I got. It's actually a recorder. So you output HDMI, you input HDMI into this, you can output, and then you can connect your external and record directly on that. Haven't even tried it, but just keep it on hand in case I want to record output from Resolu. Power bank. This is also one of those little funny things. It's an HDMI switch, 3 inputs, 1 out. When I'm picking lyrics, capturing lyrics, I have only one capture card, so I'd pick lyrics and maybe presentation, and I can just switch between them on the fly. HDMI extension over RJ, also works with IR. I like to capture iMac from the key cameras or maybe from their live mix. and they typically come with SDI, so I convert to HDMI, but this is bi-directional. So this bag contains power for all of these things. It's a ProMate adapter with interchangeable tips, so if I get to decide someone forgot their adapter, I can lend them this. Also comes with a screen to monitor the volts. Also keep on hand a PoE adapter, a mini power surge protector. Alright, that's about it in there. This bag contains all the HDMI, mini HDMI, Thunderbolt to HDMI cables, VGA, VGA. I like to keep VGA and Thunderbolt and HDMI cables because you never know what you meet on site. Sometimes the LED screen comes in, the processor HDMI is damaged, so you have to do VGA. So we built a media server PC for Resolume, and I chose not to add CD-ROMs to the computer, so I got this instead. I like how flat it is. It's from, I believe, LG. Yeah. And so we can read CDs and write CDs using that. This typically works with the USB extender I was talking about. It's the Logitech presenter. Quite nice, really. Good range. Good battery. HDMI USB capture card. Again, with the computer we built, the graphics card comes with like 3 display ports and 1 HDMI, and because of the work that we do, a lot of times we use HDMI, so we have a lot of display ports to HDMI cables, and also VGA. Like I said, we have mini display to VGA, we have mini display to, sorry, this is micro HDMI to VGA, we have mini display to HDMI, we have USB to Ethernet, we have USB-C to USB-A and HDMI with another USB-C port, mini HDMI to VGA, display to HDMI, mini display to HDMI, a very short, what is this, about 10 centimeter USB-A to USB-C, mini display to HDMI, and this is a very old composite capture that I also keep on hand because sometimes you go to a venue and they're recording off an old video recorder and it's only sending out composites. So what I do is I capture this, and when you put it on LED screen you don't really see that it's composite, it's 720 or 480 even. Yeah, and that's it for my main bag. Let me clear this and show you what I have in the sound. So similar box, much smaller, hardly use this. So in this what we have is headphones. This we had an Audio Technica M50, but my roommate sat on it and broke it, so just got a JBL. This is the E series, can't tell exactly which one this is. It comes with this cable with a very small jack, so but it's quite short, so I have this extension from the Audio Technica. We have a few mic clips, different sizes. We have aux cables, they're not called aux cables. So when I'm playing sound from Resolume, I output it from the computer to this 6-channel mixer, and I output either via jack to jack or jack to XLR or XLR to XLR, depending on what the input of the sound guy's desk is. This is its power, another power brick, and a surveillance type earpiece. Just keep an extra, so if the headsets at the venue, you know, it's always hygienic to have your own set. Yes, so that's also about it. Oh, and this constantly is a 3.5mm to quarter-inch jack adapter. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks again to Johannes for sharing his kit with us here. It was definitely interesting to hear about the Resolume software he's using and the custom computers they've built for the job. I've linked the software below, and they actually have a ton of videos on their YouTube channel covering their VJ and media server software in some pretty serious depth. So check that out down in the description. LED walls are always fascinating to see come together, and especially to see working properly on a large job. And I'm sure everyone here has been seeing more video of all types on jobs in the past few years, and now with streaming being the only method of holding an event for the moment, I know we're all going to be working more with video in the near future for sure. As our roles continue to evolve on the job going forward, understanding the bigger picture will be more critical than ever. I really appreciate Johannes being willing to be a part of our community and share his work and workflow with us. Leave any questions you have for him here in the comments, say hello to him on Instagram, I've linked him below, and join us on the Discord if you've got the time. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel, everyone who has reached out to see how we're doing, and to all our friends who are doing their best to keep going right now. I'll be back with more real soon.